Okay, welcome everyone. No, you're cute, Jamie. Oh. Oh,
Welcome everyone to the finals of the All Skills current patch tournament. It has been a long ride, but we are finally here at the finals with JBHyperion versus Jamie. JB is going in with 3 wins and 1 loss, whereas Jamie has 3 wins. So the way that this is going to work is if Jamie wins, then she wins the tournament. If JB wins, then that will be Jamie's loss, and there's a reset, meaning that we will have another race immediately after to decide the true winner of the All Skills current patch tournament. The prize is quite large. It is a chocolate bar provided by the amazing Manic Jamie on Twitch. So yeah, this is going to be an incredibly hype race.
we're all very much looking forward to it. Just as a reminder to chat, let's try not to spoil the 1-2-2-1 All Skills tournament results that happened earlier. But just GG's to both of those runners.
Yes,
that was
huge GG.
Very incredible cap to that section of the tournament.
Yeah, so without further ado, I will count down the runners. Just making sure both of them are ready.
And of course, when we say current patch, we are talking about 1432 for some reason.
Yes.
So patch 1432 was current patch when the tournament started, and it's still available as under like the Steam betas for people who need it for if they have a 32-bit computer. So we're letting it be, how do you call it? Current patch in quotes.
So although it is technically the comfy patch, we will still refer to it as current patch. Yeah. So the runners are currently counted down. You'll see them start off shortly. There is a little bit of stream delay, but it looks like they'll be starting off soon. So for those of you who might not have heard of the category All Skills before, in this category we go through all of Hello Nest and pick up all the skills in the game, including all nail art, all spell upgrades, all movement abilities. So we pretty much get to see a large portion of Hello Nest. So here we got the runners starting off, falling into King's Pass. Unfortunately, we have to sit through about 8 seconds of beginning of the game hardfall. King's Pass is pretty straightforward. You just try to get through it. You don't have any abilities to make your movement special. JB taking an unfortunate fall there, missing a jump. The thing about King's Pass is that all the movement is incredibly tight. So if you try to go for a really tight jump and you just barely miss it, that's time loss. Unfortunately, we saw again with JB missing the Vengefly pogo there.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. King's Pass being the tutorial area, it's laid out fairly simply, but because we go through this basically every speedrun, it's optimized to the point where missing a jump feels bad, if that makes sense.
Pretty much, yeah. Runners hope to get incredibly tight times, especially with Jamie and JB being such talented runners. And it is quite often in reset settings for a runner to reset King's Pass over and over and over for the smallest mistakes.
Yeah, especially in something like 4 Mask Shards, where JB is one of the few people in the world who have a faster time than me. And I will bop him soon.
So, JBH going for the middle drop and unfortunately taking a damage. Jamie not quite getting that first aspid as optimally as she would like, but does get that double hit there with the spike. It is quite easy to get on current patch, as you can see. JBH also gets it quite cleanly.
Yeah, the current patch change from 1.2.1 is that the spike will always go in the same path. So as long as you hit it at roughly the right time, it's gonna go where the aspids are chilling and kill them both. But back on 1.2.1, you had to time it better for the physics to happen and such.
Pretty much, yeah. It looks like Jamie's having a little bit of... sorry, JB, not Jamie, is having a little bit of a hard time with just the small jumps in Crossroads. Hopefully that's just nerves and will wear off as we get farther into the run.
Yeah, a combo of nerves and rust. JBH has not done full runs in a while. He's been busy with real life things, unfortunately.
What's real life? Never heard of it.
Yeah, I think he's like a father or something, so there's like human lives that depend on his existence. Yeah, something like that.
Game's
What do
more
I know?
important. But yeah, so, both runners not getting, bad false night patterns. Jamie is a little bit ahead, leaving the false night room, just because of the small time saves. The real thing when it comes to all, just Hollow Knight speedrunning movement is how tight you take your turns and your jumps. Everything like that. Those really add up throughout the course of a run.
Very true, very true.
So now that the runners have picked up Vengeful Spirit, we've got the Baldur RNG coming up. Let's hope for some good RNG.
Let's hope for this tick-tick not to be in the way.
Oh yeah, it can be quite frustrating on current patch, that one tick-tick.
Yeah. Unlike on 1.2.1, those enemies are on a global cycle as soon as you enter the room. So if you don't do the VS pickup and waking up quickly, then you're gonna bonk into that tick-tick most likely, because it's gonna make its way onto the platform. And I wasn't counting, but not early spits, first spits maybe for both of them.
I believe.
It looks fine.
Yeah, I believe they both got first spits. Oh, don't quote me on that. The runners are about 2 seconds apart, I want to say.
Yeah, coming out of this room.
Yes. So here the runners have to get up to full soul just to be able to kill this Baldur, and even with that they'll still have to suffer through more Baldur RNG. Jamie getting a fortunate first spit. Unfortunately, JB gets a second spit, so that's another 2 seconds time loss. Taking 2 damage as well from the Baldur, and going into green path with 3 health is not ideal.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, we should probably stick with something like JBH while we're talking, because Jamie and JB sound too similar. Like,
You're right. You're right.
So we're gonna come up to fireball skips, which can be something very tricky if you're rusty on them. I don't know how much JBH has practiced them or done them recently.
It looks like he's going for the bench here. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I'm not sure what he's planning on doing with the routing there, because usually you do need to quit out after you kill Hornet to be able to continue with the run.
Right, so what I'm gonna guess here is that he wants to play this very safe because he knows he's rusty. So what he's probably gonna do is quit out back to that waterfall bench, and then go into fungal from there. Just
It's
like go back into
possible.
crossroads.
Honestly, that would probably. Well, he'd. It would require a little bit of rerouting because you need to quit out to that bench twice. It's definitely not optimal,
Yeah.
but I don't know how unoptimal it can be.
I would have healed instead of benching, like even collecting soul and healing.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, JB missing the double there. Unfortunately, I didn't see if Jamie got it.
Oh, chat's saying I'm echoing. I might be echoing from... I don't know.
You're not echoing from East Lawrence, so...
Weird. Very weird.
Alright, so...
It's very subtle, so I don't know.
Okay. So, Jamie, killing these Moss Knights here. I know that the RNG is different on current patch. It's more consistent.
It's not RNG at all, actually.
Really?
The right-hand Moss Knight will always be in the... wow. Toward the right rather than toward the left.
Okay. That's good to know. So yeah, Jamie about to go into the first real boss fight of the game, Hornet 1.
Or as Sylvie would say, Hornet 2.
Does that make the Hornet 2 Hornet 3?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the real Hornet 1 then?
The friends we made along the way.
I like that one. So, Jamie beating up the friends we made along the way. Over there. Kinda rude, not gonna lie. And JBH following suit, a little bit slower. I'm curious to see what he's going to do now, with the quit out.
Yeah. Though he did get down to 2 health during the fight, so either way, healing was good. But...
I'm really curious to see what he's gonna do. So yeah, it looks like he is planning to go back through Crossroads this way. There's also the concern of not knowing the movement as well, just because of lack of practice.
And like forgetting you have dash, for example.
Oh yeah. It could be he's choosing... It could be he's choosing not to dash just to be safe, honestly.
Possibly.
Because...
If I'm JB, I would take the Hot Springs bench here.
Yeah. No, at that point he's definitely forgetting he is dash.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He is absolutely
forgot he is dash.
This is what Rust can do to you.
Oh no, JBH, you have dash, please dash! Oh no. Meanwhile, Jamie is going through fungal waste, about to do the current patch e-pogo. I'm curious which one she'll attempt. So JBH is going back to the bench here, which is the wise decision. If only he would dash.
Yeah, I was about to go into his chat to tell him, but like, I don't, maybe not meddling is the right approach. I don't know.
Yeah. He'll probably remember at one point, I hope.
Yeah, he's gonna go into the room and then he's gonna dash up to the place where you need to dash. Jamie, meanwhile, getting on 1 health.
Yeah, so a little bit concerning there. Taking the time to heal, which is definitely the right decision there, seeing as we still need to do the Mexico. JV remembered his dash. Let's go.
Fantastic.
He's probably so upset at himself for that, though.
This is what Rust and 4 Mask Shards does to someone.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so Jamie now picking up Mantis Claw with did she go around? I meant to pay attention, but JBH had just started dashing
did go around.
again.
I remember seeing her on 1 health going into the Mantis village from the right.
Okay. So, JBH now heading into Fungal Waste. Unfortunately, he's about as behind as if he'd have taken a death, which is really unfortunate to see so early on. He's also not getting those Geo Rocks there, which means that he's going to be a bit too low on Geo.
Oh, Comfy Pogo?
And
Oh, no, okay. Oh, he's gonna try this Comfy Pogo again? Huh? 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 No,
oh,
okay.
just missing it.
Yeah, that's a relatively new strategy for the Explosion Pogo on current patch, where you use fireballs to air stall to wait for the spore to get close enough for you to pogo on that.
Yeah, so I'm concerned for where JBH is going to get the Geo that he needs. But I guess we'll see. Meanwhile, Jamie is going to be heading down to beat up Gruz's mother.
What's wrong with JBH's Geo?
He didn't collect the fungal Geo Rocks.
Oh.
So I don't know that he'll have enough Geo for everything he needs to buy. So Jamie making quick work of Gruz's mother there. Gruz's mother does drop less Geo on current patch than on patch 1.2.21.
Well, the mother drops the same, but the babies don't drop anything on current patch.
Yes, you're right. I should have made that distinction. Struggling a little bit with the cleanup, but made it through alive, and at this point Jamie is comfortably in the lead. Okay, so Valley telling us that the fungal rocks are not part of the optimal Geo route, and that JB will be good unless he forgets Deep Nest rocks. So Jamie now killing Sly, not killing Sly, jeez.
That's worse than Mila. Oh no.
Oh no, Jamie died. That is so unfortunate. Setting up for the shade skip there. It looks like the shade is giving Jamie a fireball, which is just a little bit of time loss you can't do anything about, but Jamie saves it alright. So JBH is now heading to Gruz's mother himself.
And by the way, the reason we need Sly is not for Lantern, but for Elegant Key to get Shade Soul.
Yes, we in the All Skills crew do not need something as simple as a lantern. We just go into the dark, completely confident in our movement.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have the /lever skip to Shade Soul on current patch.
Oh yeah, that's true. So they have to get Shade Soul a lot later, which means that the entire Soul Sanctum will look a lot different than on patch 1.2.21.
Different, worse words.
Yes, different and worse. As you will see shortly, Jamie is going to kill Gorgeous Husk on her way. But then she is going to head into Soul Sanctum to pick up the Desolate Dive ability. Taking a little bit of damage here, which is not ideal, especially seeing as she can't just quit out here. JBH taking an unfortunate death on his side of the screen. Setting up for the Shade Soul as well. The Shade Pogo, not Shade Soul, my bad.
Alright, the Shade seems to be less of a bully to JBH.
Yeah, so...
I'll be interested to see if Jamie takes this bench, which is not technically required at this point, but it's probably highly recommended. Yeah, there we go.
Do you know if Jamie watches streams? I'm curious if she knows how far ahead she is.
I don't know, actually. We'll have to ask that later.
Yeah, so chat is pointing out that depending on how horrible the Hell Room goes, JB may have a chance to catch up. So I really hope that Jamie took that bench there because she is getting absolutely bullied by that.
She did.
Okay. And she's choosing to heal here. Please, please, thank you for healing. Looks like she opted not to cheese that guy above her for health. I don't know if she knew about that cheese. Even on current patch, you can hit enemies through the ceiling. Just for a little bit of extra soul without any danger.
Oh, Jamie's sibling is telling us that they watch streams for Jamie.
Okay, thank you so much, Jamie's sibling. And yeah, so Jamie probably does know how far ahead she is and that she can play it safe then. That was a really clean soul twister there from Jamie. Not letting it have any chance to give her any trouble. So this is Hellroom Jr. over here, depending on how these soul twisters treat Jamie. She's getting a little bit bullied. Oh, make that a lot of bit bullied. Oh no!
This can be good for JBH.
JBH is still behind, but not near as much now. See, although it is not Hellroom proper, it still deserves the name Hellroom.
I like Hellroom Jr. I hadn't heard that one before.
Thank you. Yeah, so JBHyperion is still behind, but has a significantly more chance to catch up now. And not taking any damage to that giant red bug. I forget the names.
Great Husk Sentry.
Yes, thank you. Not taking any damage at all going into Sanctum so far, which is really good. Jamie did manage to hit the lever, but she will need to go retrieve her shade, which means aggroing. Oh, apparently she was able to avoid aggroing any of them. So now she's going to fight the Soul Warrior over here, getting some good doubles with her shades, with her Vengeful Spirit. That was a really good kill. Opting to heal up before Hellroom proper. A wise decision.
Hellroom proper. So yeah, we've seen some content, or we're seeing a bit more content that we don't have on 1221, thanks to lever skips or lack thereof.
Starting out already with the big bullies. Jamie does get through with 2 health. That is a little bit less than one would like for Soul Master, but she is choosing to heal, which I think is a wise decision, as another death would 100% put JBHyperion in the lead, barring any death from JBHyperion.
Very true.
Especially seeing as it is not common for runners to go back to open the lever, so if they die, they have to do Hellroom all over again.
Yeah, I know Jamie did not hit the lever.
Yes.
I saw that not happen.
JBH getting some really good RNG there, actually, making it through without taking any damage.
Yeah, that was really nice. And also not hitting the lever.
Yeah. So, really good Soul Master from Jamie. She got not too many dives and a whole bunch of doubles. Let's see how JBHyperion's fight goes. Getting a good hit off of that dive there, while Jamie is in phase 2 of Soul Master. Missing that fireball, which is quite unfortunate there. And then getting a high up Soul Master spawn there, which makes it just a little bit harder to fight. But she does get the kill.
Oh, looks like JBH is struggling a bit on the right here. And by on the right, I mean on stream, not in the game. But getting through phase 1 just fine.
Yep, and he was able to heal up as well, which is really good. So, interesting thing to note is that in All Skills current patch, we need to pick up a lot more Geo than in 1.2.2.1 due to the fact that you need to purchase more. Aside from having to purchase all the skills and all the same stags, including one extra stag, you also need to purchase the Elegant Key in order to get Shade Soul. So you do need to pick up the Soul Master chest there.
Yeah, Soul Master chest, we're also going to see most likely a massive Moss Treasure kill, unless the route changed.
Yeah, so it looks like with the death, Jamie is now 30 seconds ahead, according to Valley in chat. So, Jamie not saving the grub there, you hate to see it.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a lot more work on current patch because you can't hit it from under the floor.
Yes, but grub.
Fair point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so, runners just making their way out of Sanctum right now. Next, they'll be heading to King Station before going to Crystal Peaks in order to get C-Dash.
Yeah,
And
Jamie grabbing extra Geo, going out of her way a little bit. I don't know the Geo route, apparently.
I don't believe that that would be on the Geo route, although I could be mistaken. It's possible she looked at her Geo and felt low.
Yeah. Fortunately, unlike the analogous part of the 1.2.2.1 run, we do not need to scrounge for 300 Geo to afford King Station. We have plenty of Geo at this point.
Did Jamie just get Photoshop jump?
There was some kind of flibbity-flobbity nonsense happening. I'm not sure exactly what.
I think Jamie might have gotten Photoshop jump.
Watching this stream is a major glitch.
Yeah, so... let's see if JBH attempts it as well. It is quite difficult just because... yeah, so JBH got the buffered jump out of the dash, but was not able to get the jump out of the wall cling. So yeah, the thing with Crystal Peaks is that it is an incredibly cycle-based segment. There's almost no RNG, but we do need to be careful of our health because any mistake we make can end up significantly bigger really quickly.
Yeah, and as you were saying that, JBH taking 2 damage in Crossroads leading up to Crystal Peak.
Yeah, it's a little bit concerning, and he is unable to heal to full due to the fact that he needs that soul to break the floor. So, Jamie does get hit there, unfortunately. I think the cycles are different on this patch, so the movement has to be slightly different. But
Jamie
picking up...
remembering shop key. Excellent.
Yeah, so without shop key, we would be unable to purchase Elegant Key, and therefore any run would be invalid because he can't have an all skills run without a skill.
It would be invalid, or he would just have to go back to the peaks and get it.
Well, if you finished the run without it, it would be invalid. If you went back to peaks, then it would be a huge time loss. So, good movement for JBH over there through that room. Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything. Alright, so he picks up Shopkeeper's Key as well.
Let's try to undo the curse. Bad movement Arr.
The famous
Jamie
Herm
with the
counter curve.
underplat.
Woo!
Woo.
She also got Hamathari no Fireball, which is kind of precise and really cool.
Is that the one where your second dash has you wall jump into the rotating platform?
Yes.
That is very precise and very cool.
So let's see what strat JBH goes for here. He goes for the safer strat. Makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, if
Good
I'm
laser
rusty
setup.
in all skills, that's what I do.
Oh yeah, no question.
Still
Nice
giving us
underplat
underplat.
from JBH.
Ah, the content.
You can't have an all skills run without the underplat. That's just not a thing. Can we get some woos in chat? Alright, so Jamie now making her way through the dark room quite smoothly. That dark room is a little bit harder, as well as Crystallized Mound being harder in current patch, because those crystal hunter guys, yeah, crystal hunters shoot significantly faster. Jamie taking a damage there and saving it really well. That was quite scary for a moment. So, according to Anti-Re, Jamie is 44 seconds ahead at C-Heart. And JBH makes it through the dark room just fine as well, entering Mound on 3 health. Let's see how it goes.
Fortunately, we don't have to worry about an extra health for an early control. We don't have dash slash to do that.
Right. Oh no.
Oh, JBH, please. Was that the same place that Jamie took
no. Jamie took damage from the Crystal Hunter, which threw her into the platform. JBH miscalculated a jump, which threw him into the platform. But both didn't get the hazard respawn from the platform because of the iframes from the previous hit. So both were able to recover it the same way. So yeah, Jamie is now going to be heading to... Oh no! I almost fell in the Dream Plats, which is just...
You hate to see it.
Well, you love to see it because she saved it. Underplat, woo! And that's a dream now. Thankfully, after this, we don't have to go anywhere else on our Crystal Peaks health. We can just quit out, back to the bench.
And back to Watcher Knights. Woo.
Is Watcher Knights now? I believe it was Cyclone Slash next.
Oh, that's right. This is... Okay, ignore me. But yeah, this
Yeah, so my bad, they don't quit out, but they do take the stag to go to Dirtmouth. Oh no! JBH falling in the Dream Plats! It looks like that hazard respawn isn't quite as long as other ones, though. And so he didn't lose quite as much time as he could have.
But is this underplat?
Oh no, it's not. It was a reverse underplat, so... Ow?
And Jamie getting the elegant key, which is also part of this segment.
Yeah, so next Jamie will be picking up Cyclone Slash before heading back to Soul Sanctum to fight another Soul Warrior and pick up Shade Soul.
And early Cyclone is actually pretty important on current patch. So on 1221 you can open your inventory freely in the air and uncap your fall speed. That is not so possible on current patch.
It is technically...
Yeah, you can do it the same frame as you walk off a ledge, like the same physics frame, which is 1/50th of a second, but not as freely as, like, in midair.
Yeah, so just from... That makes it a lot harder to avoid hard falls at times, but Cyclone Slash allows us, if we use it while in midair, it can negate our hard fall, and it can also give us a bigger fall speed.
Yes.
For a moment there, we had the synchronized C dashes, and I loved it. Will we actually get a high five? Oh no, we won't, because Jamie's gonna quit out. So yeah, now Jamie will be heading to Soul Sanctum. Once we pick up Shade Soul, we have a significantly larger amount of DPS, just because the Shade Soul does 40 damage, and for a lot of bosses we have ways of ensuring double hits, and that does a total of 80 damage, which just shreds a lot of bosses. And mix that with Descending Dark, we have a lot of damage. Oh no, Jamie fell through over there. It is interesting to note that on patch 1221, those two are not separate rooms, they're the same room.
Yeah, between 1221 and current patch, there were some performance improvements in the game. And for some larger rooms, they got split out into separate rooms, including the room Jamie is in right now and the room with the Shade Soul and Soul Warrior here.
Was that done for performance issues, or so that people can't lever skip?
I don't know. Maybe performance.
It's possible.
Maybe both, is what I meant to say.
Yeah. So, Jamie doing a lot of D-Darks on that Soul Warrior, gets through without too much trouble. So Jamie picking it up at 30, 40. Let's see what time JBH picks it up.
Got saying Jamie had a 50-second lead at Cyclone. JBH already was using Cyclone there to farm some soul at the beginning of the fight. A really cool strat.
Yeah, so Cyclone does... Of the nail art, Cyclone can do the most damage, but it's also the hardest one to use because its hitbox can be a little bit jank at times, making it hard to make sure to get to the most damage out of it as you can.
Where did JBH get 2 Essence? I mean, one was just now. Were both of those just now? That's kind of blessed.
I'm not sure. But yeah, that is really blessed. So the runners are... Oh shoot. My biggest nemesis, mental math. Want to say the runners are about like 50 seconds apart? Not quite.
Something like that. There's still plenty of decisive segments coming up later in the run.
So Jamie fighting the Watcher Knights now. Tanking the damage there. But getting some good D-dives on. Killing both of those really quickly. Making quick work of the Watcher Knights. Let's see how the fight goes for JBHyperion. This fight, although it's usually considered free because you have so much DPS, if you're not careful, it can unfortunately go very wrong very quickly. So hopefully JBH will have enough muscle memory to pull him through the fight. Taking a damage off that first one.
Yeah, not terrible. In terms of difficulty, if your goal is to survive the fight, then D-Dark makes it not too much of an issue. When your goal is to go really fast, you want to take advantage of all the DPS you have, and then the fight can become a bit more chaotic.
Right, so you see JBH now at 1 HP. Please,
perfect example.
Please be careful. With 1 Watcher Knight left and no soul. Okay, makes it few. makes it through, that is a bit of a relief.
Cat asking some damage values question. I believe a full D-Dark is 88 damage,
Yes.
where a double Shade Soul would be 40 plus 40 is 80. And these numbers are including Shaman Stone.
Yeah, so this is with Shaman Stone. I am unsure of the numbers without Shaman Stone. But let's be real here, pretty much every speedrun gets Shaman Stone except the low percent categories.
Or something like Milo percent, where you don't need to really do combat.
Yes,
Well,
but Milo
I say no combat, but there's one specific. Never mind.
One specific, beautiful, blessed combat.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Cyclone
so
drop from Jamie. Very cool.
Yeah, so JBH now slurping up his first streamer, while Jamie is heading back to King Station. Wait, no, not to King Station, heading down to Ismus tier with another well-placed Cyclone drop right there. We're going to be heading straight into the Spike Tunnel. Really clean from Jamie there. Let's see how the acid skips go.
Try not to get warped. Thank you.
So, yeah, Jamie choosing very wisely to kill those worms because of the small chance that one could be in your way, automatically throwing you into the acid for 1 extra damage. Really clean skips from Jamie there. Hopefully she will get wormed here, and she does. Worm hits her out of her her tutorial screen, giving her early control. Good Cyclone drop from Hyperion there.
Time tracking in chat telling us Jamie's 112 ahead at Larian. Yeah.
Oh,
hopefully JBH, aside from that Heartfall, will have clean.
Florent!
Hopefully.
Stop talking, Storm. Don't
Okay.
curse him more.
I need to get water anyway, so you keep talking.
Okay. So JBH about to go into the Isma skips as well. Nailing that first skip. Let's see how the second skip goes. There are 2 variants of this, the Trans Dash variant and the setup variant. JBH gets a very clean setup there. Hopefully we'll get wormed as well. Meanwhile, Sloran is about to enter the Malark section, where although it looks like it's total RNG, we have consistent strats to get through without getting hit.
Okay, I'm back. What else can I curse?
No, don't curse. Don't curse. Jamie taking a third damage. Oh no.
Ugh.
Almost wall clinging into that crawlid, but avoiding it. Not getting hit off of that last one and choosing to heal. So she's now at comfy enough health for the fight. JBH getting absolutely trolled. Oh no, JBH. No! Oh no! He had plenty of health too. That was
I wasn't
just
talking. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, no, that wasn't your fault. That was those Ravas just being absolutely cruel there. I have never seen that happen before. Usually if you get hit by that first one, where Hyperion did, you're able to get off a C-dash before you get hit a second time. But JBH just got completely trolled. So, pretty clean Broken Vessel fight from Jamie there. And she is now going to be picking up our Monarch Wings. After this is everyone's favorite boss, Umu, on our way to get Monoman.
Yeah, Umu. Everyone's favorite.
Don't you mean, yay, Umu!
Yay.
So, everything being a lot kinder to him that second time through Bridge Room.
Oh.
And honestly, he's deserved it. Unfortunately, with that death, it would take a particularly bad death from Jamie for JBH to be able to catch up.
Yeah, and there is also Umu cycles to consider.
There is, yes.
There is a one-cycle setup. I think it's trickier than the one on 1221, because we can't do the out-of-bounds or out-of-arena pushing.
I don't know if it's trickier. I know that it's also precise, and I know that it's very different. Because no matter what you do, getting a one-cycle Umu is hard.
Yeah.
So JBH getting through that the first 3 Monarchs without getting hit. Unfortunately getting that same RNG hit that Jamie got. But going for 3 health into Broken Vessel is not too bad. Well, going into 2 health is not ideal, especially that low on soul. You want to go into Broken Vessel with at least 2 hits of soul. Going for the trend stash, unfortunately missing it. He has to go around. Oh no, Jamie, please be careful.
Jamie giving us a tiny heart attack.
2 health doesn't mean she's safe here either, because...
Ah!
Oh, Jamie! My heart can't... No. Okay, she makes it through. Hopefully she will take this bench.
Apparently not.
Never mind.
There is absolutely no reason for her to be this risky. And yet.
Yeah, no reason for her to be that risky. Gee whiz, Jamie. Okay, so she is healing there, and she still has enough time to get off a Dream Nail as well.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yes. JBH
Meanwhile,
at 1 health though. Little bit scary, but I believe Broken Vessel is going... Yep, there's the death.
Ooh. Wait, what?
I don't know why he's opting to heal up though. Probably just to get the squiggly black lines off the screen.
Maybe.
Doesn't lose any time, and he's still got... Clean 1 cycle from Jamie. Really nice. As well as the swag door from JBH a second before. Jamie's saying, don't worry that because she didn't have flour. That doesn't make me feel any better, Jamie. But yeah, so she is about to be slurping up her second Dreamer, while JBH will be heading over to Crossroads to head into Fog Canyon himself. And after Monument, we get Great Slash. This will be our second nail art out of 3. Our last one we pick up being Dash Slash, as opposed to what it is in 1221, where that's the first one we pick up.
For anyone just getting here, yeah, Jamie is ahead. JBH is going over to Fog Canyon and Umu now, whereas Jamie is wrapping that part up.
Nice Cyclone Hardfall cancel from JBHyperion there.
Not C-dashing in that room.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Because he did take a damage there. Whereas if he C-dashed, unless he got a glitch, he wouldn't have taken any damage.
Exactly.
Very nice backslash there on that infected fly.
Oh, no, I did see that. That was cool.
It's such a simple thing, but it really is one of those that's harder than you'd imagine.
Beautiful drop from JBH.
Oh yeah, that was just very clean. Not having to stop it for anything, not taking any damage. Jamie with a really good climb through this room.
I think we're getting the massive Moss Charger kill for extra Geo.
Yes,
maybe?
So that is one of the amazing things about this. We do kill Massive Moss Charger, which is just absolutely blessed. Give him a little pet.
And the quick kill. Excellent.
Yep, pretty much. With having that much DPS and him being such an early game boss, we absolutely shred him. He doesn't even get through his scream.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I think he does get through the scream, but...
Basically, if you spam your Shade Souls, it's like... You can start spamming during the scream.
Oh, JBH missed the 1 cycle. He's going to have Umu really close, though. I believe he's either 1 Shade Soul and 1 nail hit, or 1 nail hit away. I'm not sure which. Okay, so yeah.
Something like that. And Jamie heading over to our blessed Paint Master / Nail Master Shio.
Yup. Heading through Green Path of Pain, which is just a really fun little platforming gauntlet over here.
Yeah.
Getting hit out of that C-dash, just missing the cycle. But yeah. I think she ended... Yeah, she did end her C-dash in time. Not going for the swag jump. You hate to see it.
Geo. Yay.
So while Jamie talks to our favorite Nail Master, JBH is slurping up his second Dreamer. But yeah, so the next skill we will be picking up is Howling Wraiths. We quit out back to the bench, then head back through Fog Canyon into
Queen's Gardens.
Into Queen's Gardens. Yes, sorry, my brain was loading there for a second. And we gotta go for a little bit of a detour to get Howling Wraiths. Jamie just hitting every Uma that she can, trying to cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah, I'm having a look at the Geo. Jamie's at 1037. I think you need 1050 by this point. So you have 250 for Distant Village Stag, and then 800 for Dash Slash.
So, I mean, she still has to get through Squid, and she needs to kill a couple Devouts.
Yeah, so she's fine.
Yeah.
JBH will need... My brain is doing math.
That's fine.
Something over 100, I don't know.
Well, JBH still has to kill MMC, so he should be fine.
Right, I was including that in the math.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, because he has 600 something, right?
Okay.
So then I'll have 913, which is 137 off-ish? Something like that.
It's possible that Jamie was right then to get those fungal rocks early on. Oh, there's also the Deep Nest Geo rocks that were mentioned.
Yeah.
So that should provide enough Geo. But yeah, so Jamie heading through Queen's Gardens now. This is one of my favorite areas of the game. Just the movement is so precise. There isn't any real RNG that matters. There's a tiny bit, but not much. And it's just a lot of fun to go through.
Yeah, Queen's Gardens is definitely one of my favorite. At least aesthetically. I haven't decided on mechanically. But it's
you know what?
time.
That's fair.
Actually, one of my favorite rooms is in Queen's Gardens, but we're not going to see it. The one with the grub way up high, and you need to do like C dashes and a climb.
I hate that room.
Well, my favorite part about it is when you're climbing up, there's a background lamp you can pogo, and if you do a double jump onto that, you like, and then you can set up the Mantis Petras to like do their boomerang, and then you can pogo off that.
That's
so
awesome.
Nice. It's so nice.
So this room that Jamie's in now is just really fun movement. You'll see her also get as many hits of soul as she can as she goes through. This is because we want to have as much soul as we can going into Dark Deep Nest.
getting hit from the... Oh,
Oh no! Florence! Back at it with the curses.
No, I reacted to the first hit.
Okay, but it carried you through to the second hit.
No.
You're really talented at the whole comms curse thing.
I should just keep cursing Jamie so JBH has a chance to catch up then. Really.
Well, JBH about to attempt the QGA skip. Really clean on his screen there.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be going into the skeet arena as well to get Howling Wraiths.
Mosquito. I'm remembering back to the whole squid
Yes.
conversation.
Their official name is Squits, but let's be real, they're mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Yep.
Hence the name Skeet. Alright, so let's see how JBHyperion handles this room. I know there are two different strats. It looks like he's going for the slightly faster strat.
Oh, you want your Shade Soul to hit both of those right at the end.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so
it was a clean execution.
just a tiny mess up at the end, which brought him away from the gate. Healing up before he picks up the spell is a really wise decision, seeing as picking up any base spell will completely refill your soul meter. And Jamie now made it through Beast Den quite safely. And as well as Dark Deep Nest, slurping up the last streamer, but the run isn't quite over yet.
Well, she did have one little mess up in Dark Deep Nest in the first run.
I did not see that.
Yeah, there was a hazard respawn and a refresh of the room, but other than that, it was fine.
All right.
Oh, JB, please.
I think Jamie actually made that first mistake as well.
Anyway,
Yeah, so she needed to go and heal as well. But hopefully the rest of JBH's QG and Dark Nest will be smoother.
Ooh, nice little C-dash. I don't know if we saw Jamie do that.
I don't think Jamie did. That was really clean from Hyperion there. And he is opting to heal up as well, which honestly... Wait, not healing up, just grabbing soul. Okay. So, pretty good movement through this room over here. Getting hit out of his C-dash there. Thankfully not getting hit out of it a second time. But, yeah, okay. I'm happy that he's healing up there. Although I am now concerned because... Well, I was about to say I'm concerned because he's going in with no soul, but he is going in with soul. Taking one more damage after the heal is not ideal. But I will not say what I was going to say because unlike Florent, I don't want a comms curse.
Hey, I was actually keeping quiet myself. I had a lot of thoughts.
I will commentate on JBHyperion's Dark Nest after he gets through it.
There we go. Yep, that's the play.
So yeah, Jamie about to head to the camp bench. Not going to fight Hornet 2 just yet. First she is going to take the bench, which is actually the optimal way to play on current patch because she's now going to head down and finally pick up Dash Slash. Meanwhile, JBH had a mostly clean Dark Deep Nest. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Jamie accidentally doing a great slash when she wanted to go for a Cyclone drop there.
Yeah, so was that Hopper stuck there in the room before?
Yeah, I've seen Hoppers get stuck on higher FPSs, and I think Jamie got a new computer recently.
Oh, yeah, she did. So yeah, Jamie picking up the last nail art Dash Slash while JBH slurps up his last streamer.
Speaking of slurping, I hope you can't hear the loud vacuum in the background from my end.
We can't hear anything.
Excellent.
But yeah, so now Jamie is going to fight one of my favorite bosses in this category, Hornet 2. She can be a little bit of a bully depending on her RNG, if she jumps away but not enough to get a double, or if she decides to parry too much. What you want to see is a lot of nail throwing attacks, you don't want to see a lot of spiky attacks. Nice Cyclone Slash, a quick fall from Jamie. Starting off with a parry right off the bat. Not what you want to see. Good double though, but Jamie taking 2 damage early on like that does leave me a little bit concerned. She does get the spike attack, but is able to clear it out with the Shade Souls. Getting really good staggers from Hornet. Unfortunately, having her Shade Soul parried there twice in a row, now down to 1 health. Oh no!
Okay, so far, Jamie's sibling had communicated the promise of chain dying to Hornet 2.
Well, yeah, I really hope that that does not in fact happen. Oh my god, those C dashes were so blessed.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Here's hoping for a second attempt. I know that Jamie was practicing Hornet 2 right before the marathon, so... Not the marathon, before the race.
Yeah, they both were, in fact.
Yes. So, here's for hoping for good fights from both of them. But JBH is not quite ready to fight Hornet 2 yet. He's still... Sorry, Hornet 3 yet. He still needs to pick up Dash Slash.
And 32 more GL, which I hope he remembers.
Oh shoot, yeah. So Jamie does not chain die. Let's go. Getting through Hornet 2, still ahead, although unfortunately not by quite as much. Picking up
chain of
Kingsbrand.
length 1. Oh, JBH setting up a C-dash slightly too low and got knocked out of it by a Great Hopper. You hate to see it.
Can you really call a chain if there's only one link? I think that's just one link.
You can have a chain of length 0. Sincerely, someone who studied math in college.
You know what? I can't argue with that. Even if I disagree on a moral grounds. So, yeah, now that Hornet is out of the way, we are going to be heading into the Abyss to pick up Shade Cloak and Abyss Shriek, which is the biggest spell in that it has the biggest hitbox, and it does the most damage. Jamie going for the safe strat there and going under the plat, woo, I guess, instead of going over it, which would aggro.
Swim.
Well, it was
Swimming
technically
counts.
under plat. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was an under plat.
Swimming under the platform. Yeah, it counts.
Yeah, yeah.
And unlike in the newer Rando version, swim is a skill you have for free and you don't need to pick it up somewhere.
Thank goodness. So, JBH doing a dive on Hornet there, which is a little bit of an interesting strat, although it is a safer one.
Oh, I missed the unexpected dive. I saw expected dives.
Yeah, I think that's just the strat that he seems to be going for. I'm sorry if you can hear my timer in the background.
I didn't until you pointed it out. Okay. JBH, first try Hornet 2. That's not going to be enough to clear out the gap. Unfortunately.
Getting stuck a little bit on that platform then. C-dashing is hard.
So would it be a curse if I say, let's hope Jamie has a good sibling climb. I wanna test this out.
Slorin, if you cursed it, underplat. Woo! Slorin! Slorin! Okay, good. She makes it
Fine.
through. That
Everything's
was
fine.
scary. Okay, so Jamie did manage to save that. Thank goodness. Getting through without more than one hit. And doing an underplat, so it was quite blessed. So that is where JBH will be heading now as well. Going with a proper underplat with a dash. You love to see it.
Very nice.
And yeah, so Jamie will be going to pick up the last skill of the game, Abyss Shriek. Unfortunately, although it does do the most damage, we pick it up last. And so we are only able to use it against the Hollow Knight, although we do make good use of it against the Hollow Knight.
Yeah, you can get a really fast fight in. I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's fine. So let's see, are we gonna get a swag door from JBH?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, nice swag.
Swag door, woo!
And a really good dive there.
2 dives.
Nice.
Huh. I don't remember ever having like 2 spells worth of soul going into there.
I think Jamie did as well, but she messed up and accidentally dived onto the platform, so she ended up just inventory dropping off of it. So yeah, let's see how JBH's sibling climb goes. Does not go for the underplat. Understandable choice. It's scary, and also just looking at where the shades were spawning. But yeah, so gets through sibling climb quite cleanly. Let's see
Abyss
how.
climb.
Yeah. Oh no, spawning at the bottom there, losing a bunch of time. The problem with Abyss Climb is it's really fast and really cool when you do it well, but if you take 1 damage, you can spawn really far below where you were, just because we miss so many of the hazard respawns.
Yeah, true. And she was resetting the room each time because these shadow creepers are on a global cycle from room entry. So, if you...
Oh boy. Jamie, please heal. Thank you.
You definitely want to start your climb at a consistent point from room entry.
Yeah, that's for sure. Although at this point, they're all going to be off cycle anyway.
Yeah, because of the damage.
Yeah. Alright, so Jamie gets through, not the cleanest climb. JBH unfortunately taking damage to those tendrils there. Jamie now at 1 health. She is going to have no choice but to heal before THK. It is fastest to take the Dirtmouth bench instead of the one in the Black Temple, because that way you don't need to pause your C dash.
Yeah, so we'll probably see that out of Jamie. Meanwhile, JBH collecting our Scream.
JBH has 1 more chance, and that is if Jamie takes a death to THK.
I refuse to comment.
Oh, Menderbug,
Oh.
let's go! Blessed! We are going to be having... Wait, where's Jamie? What?
So Jamie is doing a bit of a deviation from the standard route. This is a strat you'll sometimes see at the higher levels, where instead of going to THK right away, you come here and do this.
Wait, Jamie? No! Jamie! What? No! 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 You didn't finish her off!
Yeah,
That was the true final boss.
I was expecting a kill.
Me too. Honestly. When I saw that Jamie was like starting to take damage, I was like, okay, she's not a Mila killer. But I also knew that she couldn't die to Mila because she'd need her shade.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jamie giving us a ballerina night as well. You love to see it. But with that small detour there, JBH has a real chance if anything happens during the THK fight.
And I think Kat pointing out I wasn't paying attention that JBH had a good abyss climb, whereas Jamie lost some time there.
So JBH with the GG well played. I am unsure why, as far as we know, the race is not yet over.
Yeah, JBH assuming that Jamie will not die.
Yes, believing in your opponent.
I'm not commenting. That's not me commenting.
Yeah, don't say anything, Slorin. I don't trust you anymore.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. So that was a really good shriek and nail hit there into the stagger. Getting some really good damage out on THK with lots of shrieks. Getting the double hit there with the Shade Soul and the damage, which is still significantly less than you get with all 4 hits of Abyss Shriek, but was definitely the optimal thing to do there. That's a really good attack because you can get a lot of shrieks there. And that's a GG.
GG, Jamie.
Yeah,
the detour to Milo was also a nice opportunity for the race times to be a bit closer. So now we can immediately watch JBH's fight.
Yeah, so JB getting an unfortunate parry there, but going right into another Abyss Shriek. Let me mark Jamie as done.
And switch to JBH's audio?
Yep. So, JBH does take a damage there, does not get the Scream Skip. Oh, wait, that wasn't Scream Skip Scream, my bad. Getting another good shriek on the boss. Unfortunately, he teleports right out of the next Abyss Shriek. He goes for the Scream Skip, but THK is just a complete bully and does not let him get it. But that's a GG for JBH as well. About a minute and 10 seconds final time off from Jamie's. So yeah, GG to both runners. We will invite them in for commentary.
Excellent.
I'm unsure what happened to JBH's audio, so I will mark him. Oh, did you mark him as done, Slorent?
I haven't had the controls open.
Oh, okay. Alright, so JBH is here. Let's see if Jamie is going to join. That was a really good race from both runners.
Agreed.
Alright, so let me make sure that Jamie has the...
Oh, our associate with Speed Gaming, they marked the finish apparently.
Okay, awesome.
And alright, Jamie is on her way.
GG to both of you.
Hiya.
GG, Jamie. Well played.
Sorry, JB. Yeah.
That was an amazing run from both of you. You both provided some crazy content.
That I struggled kind of playing well as soon as that Sanctum happened to me. Because
yeah.
I had a fireball. I just had 2 unavoidable patterns, and I was just like, excuse me.
Yeah,
What?
the Hellroom
What did I
Junior
do?
was just so mean to you.
Yeah.
I got
but
wombo
fortunately,
comboed on Broken Bridge if it makes you feel like we
yeah.
got even RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah, JBH, I'd never seen that happen. Like, normally you're able to get that second C dash off.
I
But
mean,
they
the
just-
same thing happened with the last Petra on the way into Dark Deepness as well. They just sniped me and I had
Yeah.
no
It
chance
feels
to
like flying
recover.
enemies on current patch are a lot meaner. They tend to start their attacks a lot faster. For
I
whatever
certainly know
reason,
that
it might
about
be like
the Crystal Hunters definitely
yeah,
do.
Crystal Hunters were like deliberately buffed, but it feels like a lot of the other flying enemies are just like they're just faster on current patch, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But yeah, I did end up doing 3 underplats and a nice little tribute to Mila. So
You actually did
both-
4 underplats.
Did I?
Yeah, we decided that the underplat going into King Station from Hornet 2,
Yeah, okay.
it's an underplat.
That one is just to avoid the bellfly though, because that bellfly is always there on current
It's
patch.
still an underplat.
I'll count it, sure.
Yeah, so... And then you completely trolled us with Mila, and not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed in you.
Wow, what? Okay, when have I ever killed Mila? I have turned down doing
See,
that
if
goal
any-
in lockout
Did you spare
in order
Mila,
to not
Jamie?
kill Mila. Yes, I went towards Mila and got myself down to 1 HP hugging her.
Then you deserve to win.
The
So,
moral
yeah.
victory is
So-
what matters here.
GG, Jamie, not only on winning the race, but also winning the entire All Skills current patch tournament.
Thank you very much. My motivation for this was when the 1221 tourney started being organized and the prize pool got set up. We were like, oh, there's nothing set up for current patch, and I joked in SR off topic at the time, hey, I'll just buy a chocolate bar and ship it to whoever wins. And my entire motivation has been, I don't want to buy a first class stamp to send the double decker to then melt in the mail to JB. So I'm sorry for the lack of double decker. I can transfer you money for a double decker if you want, JB.
I mean, you comprehensively beat me and you deserve to win,
Yeah,
so
well.
you don't need to buy me anything.
But
Well,
Jamie, JBH actually moved back to the United Kingdom. Would it still be as
yeah,
expensive?
It wouldn't be as expensive, but it would still melt, and you know,
Mm.
nobody wants to receive a melted chocolate bar in the mail. So
That is a fair point, although melted chocolate is still chocolate.
that is fair. Yeah, I think this race kind of shows the problems with all skills current patch as a race, because so much of it's such an unstable category. So no matter how well you can really do, there are just small bits of RNG and tiny performance mistakes where you basically have nothing if you fail there. But,
So,
yeah, I'm happy
someone
with
in
that.
chat said that you were planning on chain dying to Hornet 2, and although Sloran disagrees with me, I don't think that one death is a chain. So, congrats on avoiding that.
Yeah, that was something I was practicing a long time last night. I had completely forgotten how to fight her, so so it took me a while. But yeah, managed to only do 1 death, which for me is a good result.
I hear
So,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple. Each of you had a death. Jamie, you had a really clean 1 cycle though with Umu.
Yeah, thank you. That was I think everything I was like trying to go for a kind of I was like I want to try and see if I can get Comsob with good RNG. Because there you lose time just based on what attack Umu chooses. And then I got hit in Fog Canyon, and then I ended up at 2 HP in Fog Canyon. I'm like,
Oh my god, yeah, Jamie, you gave us quite a scare there.
Yeah, and at that point I was just like, yeah, if I die, I die. It's Umu. So yeah, thankful I didn't screw up the 1 cycle there.
Yeah, we thought you would take the bench there, but you didn't, so...
Yeah.
Don't take benches. Benches lose you 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. that bench is you don't even get that one in rando half the time. You know, it's a scam bench.
Oh,
for
speaking
Anthology.
of benches, JBH, we noticed you took the waterfall bench in Green Path. Can I
Yeah,
ask what-
so I don't want to take anything away. Like, no matter how well I played, I think Jamie would have won. But about 6 minutes, like right around that time into the run, I've got a baby girl, 8 months old, and she's kind of teething at the moment and not having a good time. And she woke up and started screaming, and that persisted about
no.
5 times throughout the run. So
Aw.
I'm sorry if it
Man.
felt like my kind of heart and mind were not fully on the race, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. So I kind
I
of
mean-
autopiloted at some places and then realized like, oh well, okay, I've lost now.
Hmm.
That's understandable.
so,
Family comes
yeah.
first.
I mean,
Yeah.
there were I seriously considered just kind of ending the race, but I mean, like Speed Gaming are hosting us, and Jamie's obviously waited for this and got commentators as well, done a great job. So I said to my wife, like, can you go and see if she's okay? And she kind of talked me into continuing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we
I
noticed
don't
that.
think anyone blames you for that. And,
Yeah.
I'm honestly impressed that you even decided to keep going with this. Yeah, absolutely. I know you haven't been enjoying all skills that much.
It's not
so,
that I've not been enjoying
yeah.
the game. Like, I love the game and I love the run, but to perform at this level, you've got to be on the grind, and I haven't had one
Yeah.
completed run in the past kind of 3 months, because you just don't get 3-4 hour sessions to
Yeah.
sit down and play video games anymore, unfortunately. So not quite how I wanted to end, but this is probably going to be me bowing out of speedrunning, at least like doing proper grinding runs and things for a while.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because like when I first started the tournament, I think there were only like 11 current patch or skills times on the leaderboards, and now there's like 30, 40. So it's really cool how far the game and the community and the patch have come. I'm just a bit sad that I can't be more of a part of it anymore.
If you think that growth is impressive, check out the 4 mask shards board sometime.
I know I'm not the world record holder on that anymore. Didn't get the sub 8. Sad.
This is so sad.
Well,
But yeah.
When you forgot you had dash for a while, I was thinking like, yep, that's what 4 mask shards does to a person.
It was, yeah, that also kind of didn't help. But yeah, like I said, my mind was not in a good place, and I just kind of thought, oh, I have dash, and I was like, oh, I suppose I should probably use that. And when I quit out after Hornet and realized I was at that wrong bench, I was like, this is going to be a long run.
Yeah.
well, I think that was honestly. It lost you about the same amount of time as an early death, but overall, it wasn't quite as bad. Like, the rest of the run, you managed to remember, like, as you got more into it, like, we saw you remembered your muscle memory. And
Yeah, by the
it carried
time
you
I
through.
also messed up ePogo as well, which annoys me because I've been getting that fairly consistently. But by the time that happened, I just thought there's a very slim chance that Jamie dies like 4 times to Hornet 2, so like I
What?
can't give up. I mean, I say slim chance at 4 times. I mean, there was a bigger chance that it was 5 or 6 or 7 times.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Nah, but by that point, I just felt like there's no way I'm going to win, so I didn't feel almost any pressure.
Yeah.
To the point where when I died on Broken Bridge, it was like, yep, that seems about normal. I kind of expected it to end that way. I wasn't even angry or upset by that at all. It's just the way the game is.
So
If it makes you feel any better, I practiced a couple hours earlier doing claw segments, and I missed ePogo too. It's impossible, I swear.
yeah, even see, they call it comfy pogo, but the real comfy pogo is the 1-2-1 pogo.
I cannot disagree with that, considering I can do 1-2-2-1 ePogo in my randos with 0 practice versus.
And there you have it,
Pogo.
guys.
But that's
But
why
yeah.
you should down patch. No, wait, no. I can't.
Yes,
That's
you
why
said
you
it.
play
You
random.
said it. That's all you need. You said it.
Jamie, it's fine. 1432 is a down patch now. Hey,
Ah, yes.
got him.
But wait, so JBH, I wanted to ask you, did you have the stream up, or were you?
I didn't have it up. My wife was watching on a TV, and I kind of glanced at it towards the end. And when I saw Jamie was hugging Myla, I was like, "Yeah, I know that's over now." So I put up the little "well played"
Yeah.
text. But other than that, no, I wasn't watching the stream. It was just a
Okay.
case of I've raced Jamie before, and we've kind of been on stream, and I know how good like Jamie's early game is, so I just figured after the early game I had, I was like, I don't need to watch the stream. I know I'm like 3 minutes behind.
You honestly ended up only a minute behind, so
Yeah. I think that was really well played for somebody who hasn't been running much. And, I haven't seen you running for, I want to say, the better part of 1 or 2 months. And I think that.
Apart from these races for this tournament, I haven't streamed runs probably since about May, maybe
Yeah.
April.
Yeah, exactly. And, with that kind of not having that much kind of time, I I can absolutely respect any time near an hour I would be happy with at that point.
Yeah, I mean, when
And
you've
I
kind
think
of
you
gotten
should
a
be
good
happy with that.
time, when you've gotten a good time and you know you're capable of it, it's a little bit disheartening to kind of.
Does this
Yeah.
actually bot my PB? In my yeah, my
Sorry, just
by
looking
11
through.
seconds. I need to get a better PB.
I mean, this bops my PB, and I'm a 1-2-1 runner, so
Well, I did grind pretty hard, and besides, once I finished any percent, this and 4 mask shards were really the only 2 things that I ran, and I did play maybe 3 or 4 times a week, but that kind of abruptly stopped in April, unfortunately. So since then, I've only
Right.
had time to do like an hour of segment practice here, and maybe sometimes I can do a little rando with friends at a weekend if I can book enough time free. But yeah, I mean, you guys are all too fast. Like, you've pushed the game and the category way further than I can unfortunately keep up with now, and that's a good thing. Like, I don't want anyone to think that I'm
Yeah.
salty about that. I don't want people to be like, oh, like he's only kind of sad that like he thinks he could do it if he had more time, and maybe I could, but I don't. So there's no point crying about it.
Well,
Well-
regardless, I definitely want to see you as much as possible. Try and stay around with Rando if you can, but absolutely family comes first. Yeah, that's all I really have to say.
So yeah,
And-
GG again to Jamie for the win, and GG for a really well played run from JBHyperion throughout the tournament. Honestly, like especially with all the crazy stuff you had going on in your personal life, to be able to put forth a performance like that with like pretty much no practice, it's quite impressive.
I mean, whether it be kind of impressive or kind of funny, like a bit kind of humiliating, I'm glad that people found some enjoyment out of my runs. Maybe I didn't feel enjoyment out of them at the time, but yeah, this tournament's been fantastic for the community and for the game, and I thank Pisces and Insomnia for organising, and obviously Speed Gaming for hosting us, and all the people that have commentated. Even if I haven't been able to play that much, I've been watching, and it's been nice to kind of stay a part of things that way. So I'm not sure what the next tournament's going to be, because I'm sure there will be one, but I'll be watching that one, I'm sure, as well. So yeah, it's been great. I've enjoyed it a lot.
All right, so I think with that we'll end the stream. Thank you so much, Slorent, for commentating with me, and thank you so much, Jamie and JBHyperion, for such a fun race to watch. And thank you to Pisces and Insomnia for putting together the entire tournament. It has been quite a wild couple months, and yeah, it's been really fun.
It started in February.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's still not as bad as the rando tournament. Okay, that one took I think almost a year.
Oh my
It's-
god.
You can always be slower. Don't worry about it.
Aren't we speedrunners though?
Yeah. The current patch or something. I don't know.
True. Good point. Good point. All right.
Well,
So
that's a wrap.
have a wonderful rest of your day, chat. And yeah, I think with that we'll sign off.
Bye.